welcome back to Palettes, Perfumes and Panning. It's Phoebe and I'm here with 7 palettes which are oldies but goodies, and I'm going to be running them down and giving you the lowdown on them. Here they are. They're old palettes in the collection of ours, but they're goodies. So let's get into the video. Disclaimer is we share a lot of these palettes, Tracy and I, on the channel. Well, not on the channel, in reality we share a lot of these palettes. If I want to use one, I'll use it. If she wants to use one, she'll let me use it, etc. You know, that sort of way. We share a lot of these palettes, so that's that. The first palette we have here today is the Peachy Queen Cosmetics Grinch palette. It's lovely. So Tracy's bringing this one out for Christmas, and you will see why in a second. I mean, look at that one. It's so Christmassy. So beautiful. It's very, Christmas. There's a lot of red. One of the shades is actually called Christmas, so that red shimmer there, and we have, it's just a Christmas palette. So yeah, I think this one is going to be really nice for Christmas. It has those sort of shades, and it also says "You're a mean one" on the top of it there. You're a mean one. So yeah, I like that palette. It's not very me, the colours in it. It's very sort of, it's a Christmassy palette, but I would use it for Christmas. But I know Tracy's going to pull that one out for Christmas and get some use out of it. And we'll get on to the next palette. So the next palette is Love at First Sight by Note Cosmetics. Now the Note Cosmetics palettes are some of Tracy's absolute favourites. This one comes like so. I love the packaging. Love at First Sight by Note. These are really pretty. It kind of gives me Too Faced vibes. Yeah, Too Faced vibes. It sort of gives me that sort of energy. It's a beautiful palette. I mean, look at this one. We'll swatch this one here. And that's just one swatch. Like, wowzer. Beautiful. That one here. These burgundies are giving me life. Look at that. Just one swatch alone and you get that pigment. I love this palette. It's really pretty. I haven't actually used this one, but it's a gorgeous palette. And Tracy has a purple one, which she searched high and low to get a duplicate for because it was discontinued. She eventually found one, but it was kind of broke. But it's her favourite palette ever, probably. So she loves these palettes, these Note palettes. This is the Note Love at First Sight eyeshadow palette 202 Instant Lovers. So that's that one. Then we've one that I bought. It's the Starstruck Limited Edition Starstruck Eyeshadow and Face Palette by Ingla X Mora. This one is nice. I do find a lot of these ones in this collection were kind of similar-ish vibes. They're all kind of like browns, neutrals, golds, that sort of thing. Yeah, I like this palette. Definitely, if you're going for a muted sort of neutral look, it's a good one. And it's magnetic too. It's really cool. These palettes are all the same though. There's another one and it's very similar. Actually, there's 3 of them that are kind of similar colors, similar vibes, similar energy, you know. And they're sort of like, there's the, well, I can't remember what they're called, but I'll insert the name of them here somewhere. They're sort of all like the same. There's one of them, this pinky one, is different, but 3 of them she brought out were the same sort of color stories, you know. So you only need one of them, really. I think I bought a few of them, but like at the time. But if like if you have one, you have them all. If you get my sort of gist. But it is a good palette, and I do rate it. The Starstruck palette, if you're going for that sort of neutral look. Then we have the one I'm wearing today, the Morphe Madison Beer Channel Surfing Artistry palette, which is stunning. So this one is just so like pretty. This is the one I'm wearing today on my eyes, so it's a very neutral sort of look. And this is a very neutral palette, but I do like it. It reminds me kind of the Biba. It reminds me kind of a lot of like neutral brown palettes. So it has some lovely shimmers in it. There's this dark one here which I'm wearing today on my lower lash line. It also has a nice one here for the crease which I'm wearing today. And some shimmers and inner corner ones which I'm also wearing today. I'm wearing this one here and that one, a combination. And the brow bone, I use this one here, this taupey shade. It's a matte taupe. So this one is lovely. By Madison Beer, who I'm not overly familiar with, but the shades are lovely. They're you know, there's one called Bambi, one called Rabbit Hole, Banana, Zero, Baby, Zeppelin, Devil in a Dress, Pisces. Yeah, there's some lovely names in the sleeve. The names are come in a little see-through transparent sleeve. So that's a lovely palette. I enjoyed using it today. Belonged to a family member who gifted it to Tracy, and on we go, you know, sharing palettes, and I used it today. So for the purposes of the video. So the next thing we have is the Beauty Bay New Mood palette, which is very colourful and psychedelic. Look at that. Very 60s vibes. It's a 20 colour palette, and it is just stunning packaging. I love that. It's 20 colour palette, so we'll open it up and show you the New Mood. So it's very colourful. It's like so. Beauty Bay palettes, the formula is unmatched. I think the berries are my favourites, and also the Golden Age palette by Beauty Bay is another one of my favourites for a neutral. I love a neutral eyeshadow palette. And also the berries, which is a pink one. I love that one too. Pinky purpley vibes. Yeah, this one is really pretty, but it wouldn't be the first one I would reach for, but that's just me. But there are some gorgeous shades in here. Like, I love Powerful. I'll show you that one. There's some really unique shades in here. There's Powerful, which is brown, matte brown, and there's also Tender, which is sort of this pinky one. Passionate is nice too. Curious, Gracious, Serene. Yeah, all the sort of ones that I would go for. And then there's ones that I wouldn't go for in this palette, like Energetic and Creative and Joyful, which is the yellow. The bright yellow, the greens and the yellows, limes, like they're not really my vibe. I'm kind of more of a neutral. I do prefer neutrals. I feel like I'm in my comfort zone when I use a neutral palette. The neutral palettes are my comfort zone because you can't go wrong with a neutral palette in my eyes. But these colourful palettes are lovely for if you're going for a colourful look. You just have to be careful with how you use them, or you will end up looking a little bit cray-cray. But if you have the skills, then, you know, use them. So the next one we have is, the final two are Be Perfect. This one is the Taboo Lord China palette. I mean, look at that, holographic. Lovely. Taboo Shadow palette by Lord China. Be You is not a taboo, it says on it. I'll show you that. Ooh, I'll show you that little slogan. It's a nice one. And this again is another very colourful palette, but it also has a very large highlighter in it. So it's the Taboo. I'll show you that. Be You. Ooh, sorry about that. A bit of a mirror. Yeah. So it says Be You is not a taboo. Can I get that in frame? Yeah, Be You is not a taboo, and they are the shades Lord China. And also we have a very big long highlighter, or you can use it as just an inner corner shade. So these are beautiful. Ladies, a very nice pink. Temptress is a gorgeous purple. I'll just show you these. So we have Lady is nice. Temptress is nice. I actually like my B too, which is a really bright orange. I know I said I didn't like these sort of, and these ones are more my vibe. At the bottom the bottom row, we have we've Naughty, Not Alone, and Taboo. They're a black, a deep chocolate brown, a sort of lighter brown, and a taupey shade. So they're more colours I would use on the regular. Like if I was just doing a regular everyday look and not a kind of look for the channel, I would do use those. But also I like the purples and pinks too. They're definitely unique, and it's nice to have a palette which is a mixture of everything in it, isn't it? Not just neutral, not just colourful, it has everything. So that one kind of has that kind of energy. And then finally we have the Rain palette, Makeup by Alina by Be Perfect. Very, very, very holographically colourful. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm using the Lancome lipstick today, which Tracy kindly gifted me out of her beauty box by Lancome. I love it. It is beautiful. Loving it. I'm wearing it with a darker lip liner, and it is really, really nice. So we have the Be Perfect Makeup by Alina palette, and it's one of these ones. It opens like this, and we have two mirrors on each side, but I won't show you the mirrors. I'll just show you the colours, because obviously reflection and blinding and all that. So I don't know how I'm going to manage this. And again, a very, very colourful palette, but it also has its deeper tones. So Be Perfect is sort of amazing. It's very, it was once sort of like an indie brand. It's not anymore. Kind of more like, you know, mainstream now. But I do like it a lot. So we have these beautiful shades, and I do like Proposal. It is the one that sort of calls out to me, and also Sorcery. So Proposal, this is very awkward. But there's two mirrors sort of thing going on. But Proposal is a sort of a pink. I'll tell you what, I'll do it like this. Yeah. We'll do it upside down. Very awkward. So Proposal is that one there. And then I also like Sorcery, which is that kind of shimmery blue. It's very unique. I like that a lot. So let me know if you've tried any of these palettes or have these palettes in your collection. Oh, Ancient is really pretty too. I'll show you that one. Ancient. That one there. It's a shimmery brown. Yeah, and I like Sultan too. So you can Google these shades or Google the palette and zoom in if you want, like, to see what I'm talking about. Or I'll insert a picture, maybe, I will see. But yeah, Heirloom is lovely too. It's a lovely purple. It's a beautiful palette. All these palettes are beautiful. They're oldies but goodies. We've had them for a little while in our collections. But our collection, which could be you know, our entire collection combined. But yeah, they're all beautiful palettes. And I love the slogan on this one by Love Lord China. It says, "Be you, it's not a taboo, love Lord China." I love that one. So my favourite of these palettes, I definitely say the Madison Beer one. I was really impressed by this today. The Morphe Madison Beer Channel Surf and Artistry palette is beautiful. Then we have the more colourful ones. And I was also impressed reviewing this one. The Note one is beautiful payoff. I mean, look at these swatches. They're just one swatch. Those two shades, beautiful shades. And they are so pigmented and come out beautiful with just one swatch. So I'd say if I had to choose my top two, it would be those two. Madison Beer for Morphe and Love at First Sight by Note. Tracy's also incredibly impressed by the Note palettes, like I said, but I think a lot of them are discontinued at this point, which is kind of sad, you know. If you find something good, it's always sad. So let me know below if you found any palettes which you love but are discontinued. If you have any of these palettes in your collection, I don't know, let me know. I would love to hear and reply to you in the comments and have a little chit chat. That'd be fun. And let me know what you thought of this video, what you thought of the 7 palettes I talked about and discussed. They're all very different but the same, and sort of, you know, that kind of vibe. They're all different and beautiful, but they're all similar in some ways too. As you might have seen on the channel, Tracy is transitioning gracefully into her greys, letting some of her grey hair come through. And that is really cool and awesome. I'm very proud of her, and I would love it if you could join her on this journey, support her on this journey. Go back to a few videos ago, or maybe the last video, I'm not really sure, and you will definitely see that video where she discusses it in more detail than I would be able to with you. She's sort of transitioning gracefully or tracefully into her grey-haired era. And that's really cool, I think, and very brave of her. So we would love it if you could, we would both love it if you could sort of support this journey and join along and tag along for the outcome. So definitely do that, and we love you on the channel. Your support is really appreciated, and we'll see you soon. So bye for now.